time to wake up. This is what you need, entertaining and educating. It's Kenny Klein TV. Tune in, please don't delay. Entertaining while we educate. This is what you need. Hey, Kenny Klein TV, let's go.
What is going on, guys? I hope everyone is having a great day. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are coming back, welcome back. And if you've yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do that. All right, guys, I've been doing this for quite a few years now. I started back in, I believe, 2020. And in the roughly 4 years that I have been doing this, I have heard some doozy claims, some statements, and some just outrageous claims from Josh Abrams claiming that his Third Amendment rights were being violated, to our good buddy Enrique just being a silly goose. But ladies and gentlemen, I think I might have a video and a claim that can take the top spot when it comes to boldness, when it comes to just plain absurdity. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be focusing on John Felix, I believe is how he pronounces it. I could be wrong. But in this video, he makes a claim that is pretty utterly ridiculous. Now, during my last live stream, we covered him talking about responding to Auditor troll about the Washington court case, and it was a doozy. And so that is what led me to go down the John Felix rabbit hole. And if you know me, you know I love to go down my rabbit holes. Well, I got down about 3 videos and I came across this gem. And I just couldn't believe it. And I don't want to give away too much. Let us just get right into it.
Everybody, I'm driving home from my job and I'm listening to Mike Calta on the radio, 102.5, The Bone out of Tampa. Actually out of St. Petersburg, Florida. And they start talking about those guys that won't answer questions. One person, of course, had to say, oh, those sovereign citizens, right? And then they start talking about, did you see the one with the bank, with the guy at the bank and the computers were facing out? And they actually said KULT News. One of his guys said KULT News. And then, you know,
if you have something to say, then just spit it out already.
They're saying some of these guys are doing this for a living, and they also said Long Island Audit by name, and the guy that supposedly hates auditors and hates when we don't answer questions to cops. He said he wished that they pulled him out of the knee. That's what this stupid radio house, his name is Gavin, he's the co-host. His name's Gavin, and out of one side of his mouth he says some of them know what they're doing, like Long Island Audit, and on the other side of his mouth he was saying, I hope they pull him out of the car and shoot me for not answering questions.
Now, while granted that is a very, very extreme thing to say, he wasn't wrong in regards to some of them do know what they're doing. Some of them are better than others. I wouldn't put Long Island Audits in the good list, but, you know, to each their own on that one. Yeah, it is problematic to be that extreme, but the thing is they do realize that they do bring out a certain energy in people, which is why they continue to do what they do, because it is marketable and it is profitable.
And the other bootlicker female on the show, Carmen, says, what did she say? Police have a hard enough job. Dude, being a cop is not that hard, people. Being a cop is not that hard, people.
Dear viewer, did you hear that claim, that statement by this gentleman? Being a cop is not that hard. I'm not quite sure where exactly he comes up with this theory, but being a cop is probably one of the hardest jobs you could possibly have. You're living under a constant fear of being unalived and just so many different nuances to being a cop that makes it extremely difficult. Now you would think that this right here, Kenny, this is obviously what you must mean when you're talking about one of the boldest claims you think you have ever heard. No, dear viewer, no. While this is egregious and this is wild and asinine, this isn't exactly what brought me to make this video. Though you can see how it could, but no, it gets worse.
Being a server at a restaurant is far tougher job than being a cop.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up.
The reason cops' jobs are tough is because they're going around starting stuff.
That was unexpected.
There's a phrase that used to be popular when I was younger. It said, don't start no stuff and there won't be no stuff. But if you're an armed goon and you're running around everywhere just looking for confrontation, then you make your job hard.
Oh yes, I get it now, because all people that break the law is, as soon as the police come up to them and say, "Hey sir, are you breaking the law?" "Yeah, you know what? You got me. Just go ahead and cuff me." They don't try and lie about it. They're perfectly ordered citizens, other than the fact that they don't follow order at all. And anytime a police is having a hard time with a suspect, it's obviously because he's making the situation worse. It has nothing at all to do with the fact that the citizen does not want to go to jail or does not want to be caught, wants to continue on their way and do exactly what it is they want. Obviously, that's what it is. There are no bad people out there. There's only bad police. Naturally, we totally get it now, John.
If you just try to keep the peace and it only enforce crimes that have victims and try to solve stuff, you'd be fine. But that's not what you're doing. You're out here harassing people on the street, abducting people off the street, stealing all their money through traffic code and garbage, willing to kill somebody for a license plate.
You're not playing with a full deck, are you?
Oh, I don't play cards.
That's what you guys are as cops. So what else do these radio hosts say? So Mike, all you, Gavin, especially Gavin, why don't you guys have me on the show? The first thing you brought up was these guys that say I don't answer questions. Well, I coined that term. I didn't coin it. I made it popular. Kenny Suter was the original I don't answer question guys, and then I made it popular when I got 19 million views on my do you have any weapons, I don't answer questions video.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. You heard him make that claim that he popularized the whole statement that I don't answer questions. And he got it from a gentleman named Kenny Suter. Now, I take this as a challenge because I do not agree with that. I think that that is false. One, because I know that cop watching began way before YouTube. So therefore, I know that that was said before YouTube. And we are going to help illuminate that, because that is a false claim, and we're going to help do that. So first of all, let's take a look at the gentleman he claims coined the phrase, Kenny Suter, and let's find out all about, well, not all about this guy, but let's check out what's going on with him. All right, Kenny Suter, right here. So he has a video about 11 years old with 5.4 million views, and it is at a border checkpoint, I think, or a traffic stop or something like that. And he doesn't answer questions, which is great. Any lawyer will tell you that, right? This isn't something new. It's not a new concept. It's not a YouTube first concept at all, as we are about to find out. Now, if anybody knows anything about cop watching, it began in the early 90s, and the first real organized cop watch were, of course, the Black Panthers back in the 60s. But the way we look at it today, it really started in Berkeley. Now, we are going to take a look at one of the very early ones, the LA Cop Watch, and take a look at a brief history of them. So here we go, LA Cop Watch. And we're just going to read this paragraph right here. In March of 1990, now 1990 is a lot earlier than 11 years ago, which would be about 2009, 2010-ish. I'm no mathematician, but I'm pretty sure 1990 is before 2009. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. The community in Berkeley decided to take action by beginning street patrols to document police harassment of homeless people on Telegraph Avenue. Later that year, in May of 1990, Cop Watch's newsletter, the Cop Watch Report, debuts, highlighting patterns of intimidation, selection enforcement, misinformation. Kind of like what you're spreading here, especially with the cops' jobs are not hard. That's complete misinformation. Not only the fact that you're making this claim about helping coin that phrase, misinformation and excessive oversight by police against Southside's population. In July, Cop Watch held its first Know Your Rights training. Your right is to remain silent, is it not? So wouldn't it stand to reason that they teach people during a traffic stop or during any interaction with police, don't answer questions? Pretty sure that stands to reason, and your friend had to get it somewhere, right? Over the next decade, hundreds of trainings, orientations, and forums on police accountability followed, held at churches, schools, youth groups. You guys get the gist. So there you guys go. That took me all of 5 minutes to pretty much disprove this gentleman and the misinformation that he is spreading. And the misinformation is so, and he's trying to make him, it seems like he's trying to make himself seem bigger than he is by making this claim, like him and his buddies are making this big difference. And there are some that are making a difference. But John, if you are watching this video, there are different ways you can make a difference. You can go to cities where government accountability needs to be checked up on and held, like places where people are not getting clean drinking water. That seems a lot more important to me than you going into a DMV and filming. That's just me, though. I tend to think that people's ability to drink clean water is more important than what is going on in a DMV. Call me crazy. Anyway, what do you guys think? Which one was more egregious in your opinion? Was it him claiming that he helped coin the phrase, "I don't answer questions," when clearly he did not? What about the claim that police officers' jobs are not hard? I believe both are egregious and both are worthy of that title. Let me know in the comments section. All right, guys, hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you again on another video. Peace.
We've only just begun.